Welcome to the Bodaciously Awesome Family Show. Bodaciously Awesome Family Show. The only show dedicated to helping parents maximize their kids' experiences and for kids to reap the fun. Here are your hosts, the Bodacious family, Adam, Anthony, and Zachary.
Yay! Welcome. Say something. Hello.
Hi.
What's up? Welcome back to the Bodaciously
Awesome
Family
Show. Okay, you two need more energy because I feel like I am bringing it here, and you two.
Yeah, you're doing it for me.
I am, but you two seem engaged, but I don't feel. I gotta feel.
I'm sorry, we don't all need to be spazzes.
Sorry, my voice can't touch you.
No, that's true. It cannot. But
Exactly.
You can try to match the flavor of energy that I have. It's like a pop rock.
Or a spaz.
I prefer pop rock, but thank you. Okay, so welcome back to the Just Family Show. We are now 2 for 2, Zach. We have come back, we've relaunched, and our second straight week, go us.
Yeah.
So we've actually, we did it. We did it!
Yay! We did it! Congratulations!
We're so good.
Yeah, so we got Mom here as well. Anthony's still having the week off, the night off, the season off, whatever. But we do... As we talked about last week, Zach, we talked about how we will still be doing episodes based on activities that we do, as well as we're going to try to fold in some movies or whatever. And this is going to be an activity-based one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Zach, do you know what the name of this? We went to see a show, right?
Yeah.
And what was the name of the show?
Circus Italia.
Cirque Italia, yes. And that's what it was.
Yeah, that is correct.
Good
job.
You got it right.
And did you know before this what a Cirque show was?
No.
Okay. And now, after seeing this, do you know what a Cirque show is?
Yes.
Okay. Can you describe to the listeners what's involved? Because it's kind of like a circus, but not really. Although this had a lot more circus elements than most. But give some ideas. Like, what does a Cirque show mean?
Lots of amazing acts. Like one of their acts was when this guy balanced on 25 skateboards, and then with a ball underneath. So it was insane.
So were these acts more like that? That obviously is a balancing act, and we'll get back to him because he was really cool. He was definitely one of the top 3 acts. Were these acts that were more like balancing and strongmen and things like that, or were there any animals? Give some ideas how this differed from the circus.
There was no animals. There was a clown, and there was a human hamster.
Well, we have the human hamster too. So the clown was a bit different though, and there was a clown. And I'm happy that you recognized him as such because he was not wearing a bright colored wig and a red nose, right?
He wasn't.
No.
He wasn't.
And what was So why would you call him a clown?
Because he had black shorts with red Vans.
And at one point we saw the fact that he was also wearing white underwear with a heart on the butt. Because that was also part of the clown attire, apparently.
Yeah.
But the red Vans were actually kind of funny because then he found somebody else in the audience with red Vans, or red in general, and then he called him Dad, which I thought was kind of funny.
So I happened to post about our experience on my Instagram account, and I tagged hashtag Cirque Italia, and the clown liked my post and started following me. So his name is Clown Rafina.
I think we need to do a shout out to Clown Rafina.
Clown Rafina!
On three. We said, 1, 2, 3. Clown Rafina! And we'll have to tag Mr. Clown as well on this again.
Yes, absolutely. Because he follows me on Instagram now.
I mean, it's like you two are acquainted.
Right. We're friends now.
Okay, so Clown, if you want to be on the show, I know that you only spoke mostly in clicks and whistles during this, but if you want to come on the podcast and do the clicks and whistles, and we'll do an interview that way, and we'll see how absurd that can get. What do you think, Zach? Would that be a good episode?
Sure.
Yeah, why not? All right, so Zach, what was your favorite act?
The hamster.
The hamster guy?
Period.
So can you describe what that was?
A ball spinning around with a guy in it or above it.
Yeah, so first of all, it's like a giant fulcrum, so it's like a big arm, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a big arm, and this thing, Chantel, what do you think? Was like 30, 40 feet in the air?
Oh,
like,
easily.
Tall?
Yeah, to the top of the tent. Yeah.
So yeah, so you'd go the giant arm fulcrum, and then on top of it was a big steel ball, open ended, by the way. So basically like almost like a big steel hula hoop.
Yeah, this is a throwback to Ringling Brothers from back in their day. They would do this. I'm sure it has a name. I don't know what it's called, but they would do this act.
We call it the hamster. We call it the hamster act.
Yeah.
And so now this guy, Zach, define like what? Because this was absolutely the most and this actually led off the second after intermission. This should have been the main event. Like this was spectacular. But describe like what he did within this.
Scary.
It was scary. Yeah. That's what he did. Was scary.
He stumbled he stumbled. He was he was on top of the ball and he stumbled. Luckily, he got caught on the very end of the ball.
Yeah, so he did a lot of stuff with gravity, obviously. So he was falling from 35, 40 feet. So when he was inside the ball, he would jump and then fall and then kind of crash back into it before it came out.
I'm gonna make a correction. This is not a ball. This is a wheel.
Yeah, it's more. It's
a giant wheel.
Yeah,
a giant wheel.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, because he could have fallen out of it, and that's the element of danger. And then so he was doing that with inside the wheel, but then Zach, as you said, sometimes he would climb to the top of it, and he was running on top of it, and then he stumbled once or twice, and Mom looked away more than once.
Yeah, I covered my eyes and said, I can't watch this, because I thought for sure the dude was going down. Yeah,
you looked in with absolute amazement and awe, which is what you should have done. I was just impressed. But Mom watched part of his act the same way she watches most horror movies. She found a pillow and put it ahead of front of her face.
Well, the dude had no fear at all. You could see he was just thriving off the energy of the audience, and he had no fear that he was going to die.
Yeah, and this not he wasn't he was not a small guy. He was a big muscular guy. Gravity would win.
And you know what? These guys are not taking the ultimate safety precautions. He's working without a net.
Oh yeah. Now this particular show had a water theme. So Chantel, describe the water theme to us.
So the water was more of a prop, I would say.
I would say it's more of a set dressing.
A set dressing. Okay, sure. So it was they were doing the acts inside of a giant decorative water fountain.
Yeah, so they called it their water show. Now, I didn't know what to expect. I thought there'd be more water as an element of the show, and it wasn't. Now, the very first act, though, they did with water, they kind of had the traditional strong lady, and she was being hoisted up by the hula hoop in the sky and doing the twisty and twirlies, and she was dressed as a mermaid, which I thought was a really creative element to be put underwater, and I thought that was a really well way to do it. But after that, the water just served as a way to distract me because there was you were inside. Yeah, you were inside of a fountain at the ball.
Yeah, exactly. And that first act, she was a mermaid because the whole theme of the show was pirates.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I thought that really worked well. I said her as the mermaid really worked. It was really cool. All right, so Zach, if your favorite was the hamster wheel, what's next? What's your second favorite?
Probably this guy.
Probably the balancing dude.
So the balancing guy. Also spectacular. Tell me something about him. You said something. At one point he was balancing. I think he had 7 or 8 skateboards, and that was on top of an easel, which was on top of his ball, which was on top of another easel, which was on top of a cylinder. So again, an impressive amount of core strength and balance. But tell me some other things that he did.
He did a board, a skateboard. So he did a ball, a board, a skate. So he did a table, a ball, a board, and then a can, and then another board at one point.
Now, do you think you could do that?
No. I couldn't even do the board with the ball.
I mean, we have a pogo stick. We can start with that, I guess. You start even balance on it.
Well, let's look here. Okay, so his assistant is probably 5'6". He is also a good 10, 12 feet in the air as well.
Yeah, I'd say at one point he probably gets about 10 feet, and only balancing on things, all of which are moving. Now, for him, and I could be wrong, and if Clown, you want to tag him as well, and we can tag all these people in it, he can let us know. I have a feeling, I think he played it up. He often looked like he was out of balance and was about to crash, kind of like the hamster wheel guy. Although the hamster wheel guy, I really did believe was close to death. I think the balancing guy was just playing it up. I think that he had complete balance and control the entire time.
Yes, I would agree that he was probably playing the audience a little bit.
Yeah, but again, it looked very cool, and yeah, Zach, it was really neat. So you don't think? Do you think you could learn to do that? Do you think if I gave you?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Do you want to?
No.
Not at all.
No.
I mean, but you make good money. You could join the circus.
No.
But we could start on the ground. You don't have to start on a pedestal.
No, we want danger.
That's how you learn. That's how you learn. You start on the ground.
No, you learn by falling to the ground and thinking you don't want to do that again.
All right, well then let's teach you.
No, I'm too old and brittle. Okay, Zach, Act 3. What's your favorite? Third one.
Gun.
The bow and arrows.
Yeah.
So, what was the coolest thing? So this guy they did about the bow and arrows shooting.
Shooting. A balloon above a girl's head blindfolded.
Backwards was the key on that one.
Yes.
Backwards, and she was obviously giving him some direction. But yeah, if I was her, I would have been petrified. But no.
I would have ran away.
Zach, do you know why I would have been most petrified if I was her?
Because he's backwards and it's a real crossbow.
I even have a better reason why. If I was her, I'd be even more scared than just that.
What?
Do you not remember?
I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry.
Okay, so when everyone first came out, and they kind of like had the big, the opening number, and they're all out walking around or whatever, and the bow and arrow guy takes out his bow and arrow and shoots at a balloon that's up on one of the risers, and missed the balloon. So in like the opening part, he actually missed his shot and doesn't hit the balloon. If I'm her, I am now petrified because he missed the balloon with the first bow and arrow shot.
I remember him shooting the arrow. I didn't see it miss, though.
Yeah, that balloon was then like sat there the rest of the show. Like fully inflated.
Well, maybe it was the kind of balloons that don't pop.
Then why was he shooting an arrow at it?
I don't know.
I'm just saying that would have petrified me. It did petrify me for her. Now, my favorite part of that act, though, is when he lines up three, we actually covered this last year. So, Chantel, you and I went to this show last year.
Yes.
It had a different theme. It had an Alcatraz theme. But that same bow and arrow act was there, or at least a similar one. And they lined up like 3 or 6 crossbows they were aiming at each other with like some plates, and he shoots at one, and then it triggers the one to fire on the other one, and it ricochets and then hits the balloon above the lady's head. To me, that was the most amazing thing, especially because they put this little net between the crossbows and the audience in case one happens to errantly go out into the crowd, which would have hit us.
Yes, which they obviously know is a real possibility, or they would not be providing the safety net.
Yeah, I was appreciative of that safety net, unlike the hamster guy who did not have a safety net.
Well, yeah, because he wasn't going to hurt the audience, only himself.
Exactly. So, Chantel, what was your favorite act?
Well, definitely the hamster guy. I like the juggler. They had a really, really, really good juggler. Actually,
I think it was the same guy as the balance.
Yeah, it was the balancing guy. So he's also a juggler, and it was some pretty fancy juggling. Now Adam here does do a little juggling on the side.
I just say, Mr. Juggler Man, I saw what you were doing, and it was pretty good. I don't know if I'm not saying it was great like me, but I'm just saying it wasn't bad.
Yeah. He was juggling very quickly and lots of objects.
5 balls.
With multiple objects, either batons, is that what they're called? Juggling batons or juggling balls, and there was these
clubs.
Juggling clubs. Yeah,
I can't do that. I've never had a club.
And then the little circular disc things, and then he would do a somersault and still catch everything. Yeah, it was pretty good.
It wasn't bad. He had an assistant though. If I had an assistant, I bet you I could do better.
I volunteer.
Okay, great. Okay.
Why? So you could split it 2 and 3, and you could do 3, and she could do 2.
Exactly.
Oh, I got to juggle? No, I'm just
No, what 2?
Okay.
You do.
They can't see you. You can hit the microphone though.
So throw it up. So with one ball in your hand, and then catch it because you have 2 hands. So you then go boom, boom, boom.
Oh, that's my act? A 2-ball juggling act?
Yeah, because your dad's going to have to split it with 5. Do you think he could juggle all 5 balls?
Well, I don't know. I think you should try.
I cannot.
I think you should have big goals for 2022.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Should that be my goal? I can do 3. Should that be my goal is to try to get to 5?
Yeah.
No,
I think
at
we
least
need to
4.
get you some juggling clubs, too, because those look cool.
I've never used a juggling club, so I might need those. Mm-hmm. Maybe I can get some. Okay, so now, Zach, you brought up also, you actually haven't really brought up here in the beginning, we didn't count him as an act, but let's talk about the clown. because the clown was
best
really good.
What's the best part of the show?
Best part of the show, really.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. I was looking at the Instagram comments on his Instagram page, and people were saying in the comments to him that he was their favorite part of the show.
No, he's definitely.
I think he gets a lot of that.
Yeah, well, he's definitely in it the most, because they definitely use him as a way, as the interstitial between acts to kind of clear the stage and bring out whatever else they needed. So he would come out more in the audience, and then that way he was kind of, the workers could clear the stage and bring on the next act.
He was hilarious.
And he was really funny and engaging. What was your favorite thing that he did?
The boom boom, like the one with the
the finger guns. He pulled somebody from the audience and was doing. It's the sound effects he made that were so funny.
Yeah, his sound effects were great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, the funny thing is about that, like, in that particular instance, he pulled up someone in the audience who did not seem like he really wanted to do it and or ham it up. So the audience participation that night, I didn't think was great.
Yeah, I agree. That guy could have had a little more enthusiasm about being up there, but he still did everything that was asked of him. And
yeah, he said he couldn't get why. Yeah, but the clown great, and yes, and wow, and the clicks.
He kind of had a almost like a bean feel to him.
Yeah, he didn't really talk much. Like the wow was like the only. He said wow and Papa again, same guy because he had the red shoes. That was like the only words that he said. After that, it was like you said, the finger guns and how he'd like throw them in the air. All done with sound effects, and then trying to convey those motions and sound effects to the participant so that they would then follow his lead. He did that a couple times on a couple different things. So that was really kind of cool to see him convey that to the audience without words.
Yeah, it was.
So the finger guns part was your favorite with him?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was probably his best one.
He had some fun props. Like, he had like a little pirate ship.
Rubber ducky.
Yeah, like the giant duck flamingo whatever thing that he came out quote unquote riding, and then the pirate ship that
it was like a bicycle pirate ship.
yeah, that was great. So yeah, he was just a good meant to be a space filler, but he was actually an act in itself.
Yeah, he was great, and he was the like you said, people say he was the best, like or their favorite, because he was the final during the round of applause, right, when they all came out for their bow, like he was the capstone performer, right? He was like the final guy to come out, taking the center stage for the bow. So it obviously seemed like he had again that bigger part again just to clear the show because it had so many props they were using. They had to get them all moving.
Wow.
All right. So right now, this particular show, Cirque Italia has a whole bunch of shows. They tour the U.S. Even the water show. I think they have 3 or 4 different touring companies of that one alone. Plus there's Alcatraz. I think they have one called Paranormal this year. It's actually down in South Sarasota right now. But currently in Tampa for a while. But go see it wherever you are. Chantel, would you recommend this as a family-based show?
Absolutely. This was a great family activity and relatively inexpensive family activity as well.
Yeah, I think it was, we ended up getting, I think tickets were $25?
Yeah, I think it was $25, but then you got a free kids ticket with that.
Yeah, so follow them on Facebook. They had their code for the free kids tickets, so which made it instantly more affordable. That was kind of fantastic.
Yeah, definitely affordable, and the kids seem to have a lot of fun. Just be aware, bring cash, because cash only inside the tent, and...
let's talk about the about your snow cone.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so just be aware that there's definitely a carny element to the sales that they upsell you without you even recognizing that it's happening. So they had these cool cups that were had the flashing like LED lights on them, and then they had the plain plastic throwaway cups for snow cones. So on their overpriced menu, they had the $6 snow cone. So I walk up with Zach, and the lady, of course, instantly grabs the glowing cup and flashes it at Zach and said, "This is the one you want?" And of course, the 9-year-old's going to say yes. So she immediately starts preparing it. No, this is not your fault. Don't worry. She immediately starts preparing it, and then I'm like, I think I just got upcharged. Sure enough, the sparkly cup was $12.
Zach, was this a $12 snow cone?
But I would like to point out, I thought that was the actual cup. If I knew it was $12, I would have.
That's the gig. I don't
really care about flashing lights. at all.
But they're getting used to, they're trying to upsell the patrons. Get it? But was it a good snow cone?
It was really good.
And do you like the cup in general?
Yeah. And you got to keep the cup and souvenir cup and brought it home.
That's right. Absolutely, we did. And we'll use it every day.
Yeah, and twice on Sunday.
And in the dark only.
Yeah.
But no, it was a good time.
Use it tonight.
But yeah, it was. But it is all cash only inside, which is a good thing to note. And also, I assume they were making funnel cakes, I assume. But the inside of the concession area, like that part of the tent, the smell of funnel cake, I honestly believe they pumped in extra funnel cake smell because it smelled amazing.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, it even overpowered the popcorn smell. It was just a funnel cake smell, and I really wanted like 10 of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
What's a funnel cake?
It's amazing.
Oh,
it's
you've
an
had a
elephant
funnel
ear.
cake. Yeah, you just don't remember what it is.
So, Zachary, is there anything else you want to talk here about Cirque Italia besides, should kids go see it? Did you like it as a 9-year-old? Were you thinking this is a pretty good time, fun way to spend a Friday night with your parents?
Yes, but I recommend bring a friend.
Yeah, well, you did, and that was pretty cool. The free kids tickets help with that.
Yep.
Awesome. Anything else you'd like to say?
No, I would say it's definitely worth your time and money to go check it out. It's a great show.
Now, last year we won free tickets through Macaroni Kid. This year we paid. So next year, Cirque Italia will tag you. It's on you to give us some free tickets to review the show next year, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like they're going to be kind of a permanent, not like permanent, like staying there, but they'll travel into Brandon at least once a year.
Yeah, and I think they should give us some free tickets. I think not only free tickets, I think Zach should be on stage next year.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, well, let's work on that. All right, everybody, don't just be awesome.
Be bodaciously awesome.
No. Come on, don't scream it, but I need some energy. Don't just be awesome.
Be bodaciously awesome.
That's better. All right, everybody. We'll talk to y'all next week. Bye. Bye.